No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Where are my most beautiful queens in the house? Where are my most beautiful queens in the house?
Hey everybody, it's your girl Jamila. Welcome to the Queen's Address. Welcome into the Queendom. Today is a very, very special day. I'm so excited. Brand Nubian. We got Sadat X and Lord Jamar in the place to be. Peace, fellas. Peace, kings.
Peace.
How y'all doing?
Great. How you?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm so excited. I'm enjoying the outfits.
Thank you.
Okay, you brothers look like incredible. Okay, y'all staying hydrated and everything. And so I want to get right into it. So we're at the Ohio Black Expo. How do y'all feel about doing the Black Expo this year?
I mean, this is great. This is beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I haven't been to Ohio in a while.
Yeah.
And to see that you're having not just an expo, but a Black Expo,
Yes, sir.
you know, is definitely, you know, it's good. It reminds me of days past when more functions like this used to happen.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. And so I had a question about, I've been a fan for years, and so I have a fan about y'all's origin story. How did y'all meet? How did Brand Nubian come together? Did y'all grow up together or went to high school together?
Well, we all came out of New Rochelle.
Yes, sir.
Coming up rhyming, and
Yes, sir.
New Rochelle, it's not a small town, but it's so big that you're not gonna know who's into basically the same things you into.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it just met from a love of hip hop, being around hip hop.
Yes, sir.
And seeing basically who the main players would wind up being in that city, you know, connecting and moving on from there.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm grateful y'all blessed us. I'm glad y'all came together. Hip hop's not necessarily depressed right now, but we see people's houses getting raided. We see people like scandals coming out. Cam went on the news and went off, you know. And so, what would y'all like to see happen in hip hop in 2024?
You just said I don't even necessarily feel like that's hip hop.
Exactly.
You know,
it's happening to these
that's
individuals. Yeah.
Hip hop things. Yeah, people that participate in hip hop. That's things that's happening outside of hip hop.
Yes, sir.
You know, those examples, I don't know. What would I like to see in hip hop? I'd like to see it return to a more like diaspora.
Yes, sir.
Concepts and personalities and you know, styles and all of that type of shit, where everybody is not just trying to do the same thing because they think that's the way to riches. You know what I mean? We need gangster rap, we need conscious rap, we need comedy rap, we need, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All of it, but not just, you know, two things.
Just one dimensional.
Super negative things.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And I was gonna say too that you all used to get kind of labeled as a conscious rap group. Do y'all, or militant, sometimes militant and things like that. How do y'all feel about that? Or radical. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all think that's accurate? Or were y'all just organic hip hop?
We just was making hip hop. We never went into it like, we gotta make some militant joints.
Right, let's be
radical. Y'all just saying what y'all feel, yeah.
But those are the descriptions, I think, of white people.
Yeah.
Right.
Once they heard what we was doing, oh shit, that's radical. Listen to what they're saying.
Right.
To us, we were saying things that were already popular inside the black community.
Yes, sir.
Via Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir.
5% Nation.
Yes, sir.
Things of that nature. So, you know, that wasn't radical to our community.
Right.
It might have been radical to their community.
Yes, sir.
But this was like,
yeah.
That's why so many people gravitated to it, because it was like, they already knew what time it was.
Exactly, and it felt like hip hop was moving in a certain direction and then got stopped, like abruptly. And I came into the knowledge of self when I was about 14. My dad used to be Brother Clarence X. You know, he's passed on now. You know, may Allah be pleased with him. But it was in 2020, and I want to say I was introduced to supreme mathematics and supreme wisdom at about 14.
Wow.
And so when I started like listening to y'all, I grew up in Mansfield, Ohio. It's a real small town about 60 miles north of here, and I just remember hearing y'all like, they sound like the guys that come over with hang out with my dad, you know. And so it woke up, you know. And so, can you all talk about what it means to have knowledge of self to some of the, you know, new kids coming up that don't understand what it means when they hear our generation say, "Oh, well, this has knowledge of self." You know, this means, you know, exactly what. In layman's terms,
basically means to have the key in order to maneuver within this wicked world.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have knowledge of self, really knowing who you are and who your people are and who everybody else is.
Yes, sir.
It gives you an advantage over the average man or woman who is just oblivious.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'd say.
Yes, sir.
Basically, like you said, just
yes, sir.
knowing how to navigate through this wilderness. So, you know what I mean? That's having the knowledge of self.
Yes, sir.
Survive and raise your babies.
Absolutely. I had a conversation with my brother John Robinson. Shout out to John Robinson. And we both talked about knowledge of self. He's from Brooklyn. And so we talked about it. What we talked about having a responsibility for what you let in your cipher and what you let in your space. And we talked about a little bit. I was telling him I was disappointed with female rap right now. And there's not a lot of creativity. He was like, well, we have a responsibility if we have the knowledge of self, we have to shut certain ideologies down. And I said, you know what, I'm glad you brought that up, you know, because there are women in hip hop out here. You just gotta look for them.
Yeah, that's it.
And there's plenty of stuff out here, but the industry has changed and you really have to like search for it. So could y'all talk a little bit to the audience about how the game has changed from the first deal y'all got to now? Like, it seems like you don't really even need a deal if you have music. You can just put music out, really, on SoundCloud and stuff. So, do you think there's
Instagram?
Yeah.
You can people get blown up just little clips on
and
Instagram.
go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you don't need a label so much.
Not necessarily. I think people do it out of the cachet of what it used to be or what they feel it represents to them in their mind. That's the pinnacle of making it and all of that.
Yes, sir.
But if you change your perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then what you feel your reward is could be changed too, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
yes, sir.
Now that you can put out the music, I mean, that's one advantage. But the disadvantage is like you don't have the artist development anymore. Like,
right. I heard Motown would do that.
Just put out some, that's why.
And LaFace Records and
go to the radio station, peeled out and lean and knock all the equipment over.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just no more development. You just going from A to Z now. You know what I'm saying? There's no middle ground.
0 to 100.
You know? That's why
real quick.
You see some of these kids, when they get on stage, they don't know how to perform. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that, okay, you got 15 minutes, you do that one song, it's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to fill that slot and still make yourself not look crazy up there on stage? So a lot of that's been lost.
Exactly. Now, Lord Jamar, I have a question for you. What was the transition from MC to actor like? Was it fun? Was it different?
I don't think it was hard necessarily because, you know, I was blessed enough to be around like super talented people.
Yes, sir.
That were like super supportive.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just held my hand and you know what I mean? And made me look good and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't feel like it was that hard.
It was
like, I'm just the type that if I focus on something, if I feel like I can do it, then I do it.
You make your mind up and you just roll with it.
That's it. Like, it's not really. There'll be bumps in anything that you do, bumps in the road in anything you do, but you know.
Yes, sir. And so, Sadat, I wanted to ask you a question. You've collaborated with Ohio's own J. Rawls. And so can you tell us about your time as an educator? You know, you kind of like doing a little bit about what, you know, the same thing as J. Rawls is doing lately about teaching.
That was a good period, man, of actually, you know, being able to teach the kids and talk to them in their language. You know, I taught the middle school, so middle school I taught the teachers. I had to go through the same structures that they do as far as learning how to make lesson plans and PowerPoint presentations and actually making lesson plans a month ahead, because you see with kids, if you come in there and you don't have a plan for them, you know, they know that.
Yeah, they can smell fear too.
Actually learning how to teach.
Yes, sir.
That was a great thing.
Yes, sir.
With them in a way that knowing some of their parents.
Right.
So certain things that they did in other classes they couldn't do with me because I already knew.
Yes, sir.
So I do miss that, and I will go back to that at some point. But,
yeah. Well, we need more black teachers.
Yeah, that's why I respect Rawls, because Rawls.
Well, black men teachers. Let me be specific. We need more black men teachers. I listen to Umar all the time about, he's got a learning problem or he's a behavior problem. No, they need a man that look like them, telling them to sit down.
When you notice that, I've noticed in teaching that a lot of the so-called kids that have learning problems, they don't have those with black men.
Come on, Umar. Come on, Umar.
That rate tends to drop.
Yes, sir.
They can go across the hall and maybe but they know, okay, we're missing so-and-so. I can't do that.
Yes, sir.
And then you can actually tell them, like, look, if you leave my class and I hear that you did something wild down the hallway, you ain't gonna be able to come back to this class.
That's right.
So they kind of be like, oh damn, I do want to go back to this class. Let me try to maintain myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So I did notice that pattern.
Yeah, I feel like, you have that understanding because you all probably know, like we all read books about ancient African culture. At a certain age, men had to leave their mothers and go to manhood school. And go and train in manhood school away from the coddling of their mothers.
Exactly.
And so that doesn't happen right now. And I think when they see a black man in the classroom, it gives them a chance to interact with somebody that's on a different frequency than their mother. And so black men teachers are important.
Women teachers at the school, they would complain, and I just would tell them simply, you can't raise black men.
You can't.
You just can't. Like, you're not going to ever, I don't care what you do, what you study.
How many classes?
You're not going to be able to raise black men. There's certain things you're going to be limited in.
And
exactly.
When it comes to male teachers, period, most males don't see a male teacher till like after 6th grade.
That's right, they're white women.
When do you
it's usually white women who are Karens.
A teacher in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, or something like that.
And that's part of the big black brute complex. Like a lot of times, I think these places fear putting a black man with a 1st grade class or a kindergarten class. You never really see that.
But guess who they would be quick to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I only want to. You already know.
My favorite Brand Nubian songs are All for One, Love Me or Leave Me Alone, and Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down. And so I want to know you all's favorite Brand Nubian songs, because y'all did so many songs. Y'all have done so much for the culture. Do y'all have favorites? Because your fans have favorites. I know I have my favorites. I had a dance routine to Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down with my sisters,
I mean, you just named some of them right there, but
okay.
Maybe like Allahu Akbar is one of my favorites. Fucking, let's see, what else?
But I asked you, I know I'm off the mic.
Oh no, you're
all right.
Who crafted the sound of that? Because it sounded completely different from
everything else.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. We went in his basement and we had just bought equipment, like, you know what I mean? We was new to hands-on production. Like, we did the knowledge on the first album of what was going on, or okay, this is how you... And we would tell them what to do, but we weren't like...
Yeah. So did all of y'all brought equipment? Or y'all brought it together?
Me and him kind of, you know what I mean?
Everybody contributed? They brought their...
Well, we made the label buy it. Some equipment. Instead of paying all these producers and all that, because we felt like we was about to be exploited by producers.
Yes, sir.
Thinking they was going to use us, our budget, to get rich off of us.
Right.
So there was people that tried to charge us for a beat, and I was like, for that price, we could go get our own equipment and make this shit ourselves.
Yeah.
And so he was like, let's do that.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And then he had a house, so, and then his father had a record collection that was mad bad. Rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
Papa Murphy.
Records.
And so we used to play records, and then, I started as a DJ, so I had the technical know-how already, kind of.
Yeah.
But he was having a good ear for, check this sample out, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he probably came with the sample for Love Me, Leave Me Alone and all that. But then I put it together, like, you see what I'm saying? So that's the teamwork that we had at that time. He would come with a lot of the samples, and then I would do the
Yeah,
You know what I
put the
mean?
drums on them,
And then boom, bam,
and then the rest
boom.
is history, huh? No, y'all, man, I
Saved
love what y'all
money
did.
and made a masterpiece.
No, we're thankful because we enjoyed all of your hard work, you know. Oh yeah, why didn't we get another Dead Prez album?
You know, you'd have to ask them about that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There was some point where, you know, the children feel like, I'm grown, I can, you know,
Yeah.
all right. And you gotta let them out.
Yeah.
Let them go leave the nest.
Yeah.
And find out
Can't
if
hold
it's a
their
cool
hand.
world or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I mean? But those brothers have stand the test of time. You know, I'm glad they're from the lineage.
Yes, sir.
And they've turned into legends in their own right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So peace to them.
I'm proud of that.
Yes, sir. That's
But
awesome.
They actually supposed to be working on something right now.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
we'll see.
Okay.
Back, that sound back.
Yeah.
And I sent them some tracks, and I got back at least one
Yeah,
demo
man.
of something. You know?
Well, that's dope. That'd be good for the hip hop heads, you know, because we've been waiting. Are y'all gonna drop anything anytime soon? Y'all working on anything now?
X always dropping some shit.
Yeah.
I got some artists that I'm working with on some production wise and shit like that.
Okay. Are you taking any scripts? Are you reading any scripts right now?
You know, I haven't done anything since like the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That whole writer strike kind of, it's been tricky.
I refused to get the bang bang.
Yeah.
You know, it hindered me as far as being able to work.
Right.
So I don't know if now that you don't have to get it, they're mad at certain people. Like,
Right.
he didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
So, but it's to the point where I think I'm gonna start doing my own, like, directing and creating my own story.
Independent.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I got the means to do it, so I might as well just do
All
it.
praises due. Yeah, no, that's dope. Well, you know, I had to talk about acting with you because I had I'm going to segue into my next question. So you all saw Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Did y'all see? Okay. And so it was a smash, but it made me think of y'all. It made me think of Brand Nubian. And I said, okay, would you all consider doing a biopic, like doing a story about the Brand Nubian story? And if y'all did, who would play Lord Jamar and Sadat X? Because I'm like, I would love to have a conversation with y'all about that. Because I had a few actors in mind, but I want to see what y'all think.
That's a great question.
No, because I would totally watch a miniseries.
First of all, I don't even have enough like young actors on my
Rolodex.
radar. Because it would have to be the young us. Like,
Right. Like, for growing up and then adult, you would have to have the dreads. And,
coming up,
Right.
You know, but now they're old too.
Yeah,
You can't play me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, Denzel Washington aged out of the role.
like I could have played young LL when he was young, but
I think-
I'm too old to play LL.
For you, I
I
thought
could have
Michael.
been Bob Marley.
Right.
But then now, you know, I'm too old to play Bob Marley. So I don't know. I don't have a Rolodex of actors.
That you would want to play Lord Jamar when
I
he was.
wouldn't be opposed to it. I think that could be something dope. Like,
'Cause I
people
thought
have said that before. Like, yo, y'all should do a biopic.
Do a
and all
biopic to tell the origin story. I loved the Roxanne Shante joint. I loved it on Netflix, and we see the Wu-Tang series, and I'm like, I would love to see a Brand Nubian series.
It would have to be high production value like that. It would
Yeah.
have to be
Authentic.
great writing,
Right.
and all of that. So it can't be no low level. Like, yeah, we're gonna make the. You know what I mean?
Some more Tubi.
Yeah, that right there, I think. Yeah.
I mean, respect to Tubi.
I
I
wouldn't
didn't
want to do my right. I wouldn't want to do my own biopic.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Yeah. Like, I think Michael Ealy would do a good. Do you know Michael Ealy?
Yeah.
I think he would do a good job with you because he's a good actor, and he seems like a method actor.
Oh yeah. Oh, Michael Ealy's dope.
Yeah. And I think with you, have you watched?
Who the hell would Michael Ealy play if he was?
You know who I thought would be a good Sadat X? You know, have you watched Empire? The young boy Hakeem. Yeah, because he got energy, you know, and he knows how to do the voice transitions. But that was just when I was daydreaming. I'm like, you know, who could do these brothers if they had to choose actors to play them?
The whole wave of these young boys, I'd really have to study it.
Yeah.
To play the beginning Brand Nubian parts.
And then watch them grow up and form into the grown-up Brand Nubian.
Where did you get that from, man?
Yeah, where did you get the voice inflections for your style?
Yes, I was blessed for it to come out that way.
The cadence is crazy, yeah.
Like when I first met him, like in a rhyme cipher back in the days, we probably was like 15 years old and shit. And like his voice sounded like that back then.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Like just the way he's, you know what I mean? He was rhyming, he just stood out immediately. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's
like,
ill. He got the ill style.
Because there wasn't a lot of dope people that I thought was dope in their shell. Like, you know what I mean? I was walking around real cocky and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes, sir.
But then when I seen him, I don't know.
He said, oh, okay. Then he gonna work out.
And he got a grown man's voice already.
Yeah, he does.
Like, what the fuck?
Right. And I wanted to ask too, this is a little bit on the personal side, but y'all look great. Y'all still look the same. Like, are y'all vegan or do y'all work out? Y'all don't eat McDonald's or something? Like, what's going on? Because the only thing looks different about you is you cut your hair. Because I remember the long dreads, and then you like you've been in the gym.
Mentally, I think you just tell yourself, I'm going to make myself mentally be good.
I think it's
alkaline water.
It's a family of things.
Yeah.
It's one.
Yes, sir.
Mentally, not feeling like, oh, I'm getting old and all that type of shit. Because niggas say that every day. You know what? I'm getting old. I keep saying that and making these negative affirmations. Oh, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just living. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing over things and all that. So keeping your mental is good one. Then there is like a discipline part of it, as far as like you can't eat any and everything.
Right. So no junk food and stuff.
I mean,
once in a while, moderation.
I'm not gonna act like I'm some perfect eater, but at the same time, for years I was strictly a pescatarian.
Okay.
And poultry.
Okay.
No, first I was just pescatarian for years. Then I started back with the poultry, a little something.
Okay.
But then recently I've even been known to get back to eating a little lamb.
Okay.
Surprise.
Lamb is kosher,
grass fed.
Yes, sir.
Beef.
Okay. Yeah.
I said it. But here's the thing. Yes, you got to keep moving.
Right.
Because.
So you have an exercise regimen?
Well, part of my exercise regimen is having dogs, and I have to get up every day
and you gotta walk
them.
Moving.
It burns calories.
Like a pit and a Boston Terrier, and that pit you can't just do a little bullshit. I'll let them. No, you gotta burn energy. So you gotta have a real walk with these dogs.
Yes, sir.
And for me, that's good. You got to do it, rain or shine, whether
no
you
matter
like
what.
it or not. You know
and so
what
it gets you going, gets the blood pumping, gets the heart beating.
So
and
just,
I know that ain't been out all week.
And then I just do little shit. You know what I mean? I do push-ups. I do little shit, but nothing crazy that's strenuous. And I think it's good genes too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, all praises do. Yeah. Shout out to Pops.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He was pretty. Slim up into his old age.
So it's genetics and
I tell people just moving. I know dudes that be like, yo, I've been in the crib since Wednesday.
I can't understand that mentality.
Sitting on the couch,
laying in the bed, watching Netflix all day.
Exactly.
I'm like, I can't understand that.
Lack of movement is death.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Movement is life.
Yes, sir. Well, y'all look great, and black don't crack. And so, what's next for Brand Nubian? What's next? Continuing on.
And growing, still being here.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Adapting and just, you know what I mean? Just adapting to different situations. And
yes, sir.
Making it do what it do.
So how can fans follow you guys and support on social media?
I mean, I'm at Lord Jamal on all social media.
Okay.
You can follow me on YouTube, you know what I mean, Godcast on YouTube. Incredible podcast. Yeah.
Brand Nubian on all sites.
Okay. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Well, Brand Nubian, thank you. I know how busy y'all are. We about ready to watch y'all rock the stage at the Ohio Black Expo, and I'm so thankful. So peace to y'all. Peace, King. Thank you so much. Peace, King. Peace, Queen. And I'll see you next time on the Queen's Address.
Queen's in the house.